With the Dune event in Modern Warfare 3, there's 2 new crossover bundles, both of them coming with a new operator, new voice lines, a new finisher, and new tracers. In this video, we're going to be reviewing both of these bundles. The first one being the Dune Atreides bundle, which comes with the Atreides operator, which does have voice lines, 2 new tracer weapons that have spice tracers, a melee blueprint, the chip and shatter finishing move, a calling card, a weapon charm, and an emblem. The next one being the Dune Feyd-Rautha bundle, which comes with the Feyd operator, which does have voice lines, 2 new tracer weapons with spice tracers, a new melee blueprint, Feyd's frenzy finishing move, a calling card, a weapon charm, and an emblem. In this video, we're going to review the tracers, the voice lines, and all different versions of the finishing move. If you want to see any bundle reviews like this in the future, make sure to unlock that subscribe button. Here's the Atreides skin in game. He's got a face with eyes and nose and mouth. He's got hair. For some reason, this skin looks more lifelike than the other operators in this game. Not sure why. Completely blacked out suit. Really don't know anything about this suit, but when it comes to looking like a human, he definitely looks like a human, and he dies like one too. Kind of interesting death face though, interesting choice there. Next, we've got the Feyd-Rautha skin in game, and this one's a little bit more interesting. He has no facial hair, not just on the top of his head, but he's also got no eyebrows, or looks like he's got eyelashes. So he does have eyelashes, but that's about it. Maybe, nope, no hair in his ear either, if you're curious about that. His suit is also completely blocked out, but his suit looks a lot cleaner than the other guys. Feyd-Rautha a little bit thicker as well. There's a little bit more cake back there. Also, there's no light on his face. It's like his face is permanently in shadows. The reason I test skins here is because there's great lighting, but the light doesn't shine on his face. It's completely matte. I don't know why, but no light gets reflected off of his face. It's all absorbed in there. So yeah, this is Feyd-Rautha. I don't really have anything else to say. And yeah, if you were wondering, he does die when shot. And well, yeah, that's how that looks. I take it these guys aren't friends in the movie because they're on different teams. But look at how much cooler this guy's suit is. I like this guy's suit a lot better than this guy's. This guy's it's a lot more dirty. Now for the blueprints, these are the weapons that come in Paul's bundle. This is the Holger 556, and it's a little bit cursed. Not having a stock on this makes it look a little weird. It's got some engravings on the side. Go ahead, check out the tracers on it. Oh, it's got a custom sound when you shoot. It almost sounds like a laser gun. Yeah, I really like that. I love when they give weapons custom sounds when you shoot them. So that's what it sounds like. The tracer's kind of basic. Here's one for the Core 45, and this kind of looks like a laser pistol just looking at it. Nothing too crazy besides that. Oh, it's also got the laser, but it's a little more high-pitched on this one. The weapons also have a custom muzzle flash. It's kind of hard to see because we're in the light. So when we shoot weapons, it's like a bunch of sand. Yeah, just a bunch of sand that flies up out of the ground. It leaves a little bit of fire wherever you shoot. Let's take them in the dark. So this is what it looks like when you shoot in the dark. You can see the muzzle flash a little bit more. The dust is a little bit more aggressive, and you can see the embers a little bit better. Not the craziest tracers, but they're tracers. To me, the best part about these are the sounds they make when you shoot the weapon. Now for the custom hit marker and death effects on these weapons. So if we shoot an enemy, we get a little blue mist that comes out of them, almost like we're shooting them with a laser. I guess that's what it's supposed to be. Then when you take out an enemy, his arm came off, so just normal dismemberment. All that doesn't look like Alucard's hand. Is that? Do that again. Oh, his arm did not come off. Now for the next weapon. Yeah, the coolest part is it's like a little blue laser. So when you hit them, there's like little blue effects. But in terms of like death effects, really not noticeable too much what's going on. Maybe if we take it in a darker area. Yep, so in a darker area, it's just a light blue effect. And then when they die, yeah, the death effect's not noticeable. It's like a blue and red. Paul also comes with a blueprint for the Akimbo Kadachis, but the inspect doesn't work on these. He only spins one of them around, and it looks a tad bit weird. Let's see if these have a custom death effect, and no, they do not. Here's the weapons that come in Feyd's bundle. Pretty mid. It's a PKM, and it's just blacked out with a little symbol down there. Then we got the WSP Swarm. Once again, it's just kind of not, yeah, it's not that great. The tracers on these weapons are the same, so there shouldn't be any difference. But they do also have that custom sound effect when you shoot. The symbols on these weapons don't light up. Now, I'm pretty sure the hit marker and death effects on these weapons are going to be the same, but let's double check just to make sure. And yeah, hit markers on these weapons are the exact same, and the death effects are as well. Feyd also comes with a blueprint for the gutter knife. However, it looks like the default gutter knife with a little bit of white on the top of it. And I'm pretty sure nothing happens when you kill someone with it, but just to make sure, yeah, nothing happens. Now, unfortunately, when you put camos and mastery camos on these blueprints, they pretty much cover up the entire thing and look like the normal version of the weapon with the camo on. Some of them with engravings, you can still kind of see a little bit of the blueprint there, but if you're buying this bundle for the blueprints, you probably don't want to put camos on them because you could have just saved yourself some money, put the normal weapon on, put the blueprints. They are still going to have the tracers. They just look like the normal weapon with camos on. Now for the finishing moves, first we have Freddy's chip and shatter finisher. Here's the standing version. Right in the neck. Hold on, run that back. Does he not have voice lines for finishers? I thought he had voice lines. Oh, great. That's you know, I'm okay with characters having limited amount of voice lines, but when there's not a voice line for the finisher, that's like the coolest time to have a voice line. When you just get done slicing someone to be like, yeah, your neck had it coming. Then we got the prone version. Oh, the double slash to the face. That one's pretty menacing. All right, one more time. One more time.
UAV standing by.
And now we have the down version. Okay, so it just slices the face even more. Just as you go through the different versions, you just start slicing up the enemy more and more in the face. Okay, now let's see this from the other direction.
UAV standing by.
Yeah, that direction's a lot cooler. Sorry, Izzy. So this finishing move is not terrible. It's not the craziest thing we've ever seen. I wish he had voice lines. Now moving on to Feyd-Rautha's Feyd Frenzy finishing move. Here's the standing version.
We've met, haven't we?
Okay, this one's way better. Not only does he have voice lines, he takes him out execution style with 2 blades to the neck. Just based off the first one, I like this one a lot better. Now for the other angle.
We've met, haven't we?
Oh, please don't tell me that's his only finishing move. Is he going to say, we've met, haven't we, after every single time he does a finisher?
UAV standing by.
We've met, haven't we?
No! Okay, well, I can't complain. At least he says something. You know, ask and you will receive. Beggars can't be choosers. It's better. The other dude says nothing. He's just silent. This dude is, bro's like a Pokemon. He only says one thing.
We've met, haven't we?
Now for the prone version.
We've met, haven't we?
So pretty similar. It's not much different. He even says the same line. Let's try it in a different direction.
We've met, haven't we?
Yeah, so just takes him out execution style, but the lead up to the execution is a tiny bit different than the default one, because that's the default one. And finally, for the down version.
We've met, haven't we?
Okay, at least that one changed it up a little bit. Completely sticks the knife through his back. All right, other direction. Ooh, just right through the neck.
We've met, haven't we?
And then he says, we've met, haven't we?
UAV standing by.
We've met, haven't we?
Sorry, Timmy. So overall, the finishing moves are okay. There's nothing too crazy about them, but they're also not the worst we've seen. I wish the voice lines were a little bit better. One of the operators doesn't have voice lines at all for finishing moves. Then the other one just says the same thing over and over again every single time you get a finisher, which does get old pretty quickly. And no, these finishing moves aren't exclusive, so they can be equipped on any operator. Once you bought the bundle, you can equip these finishing moves on Nicki Minaj. You can do it on Tim the Tapman. Any operator you own can use these. Here's the charm that comes in Paul's bundle. It's a little tiny rat on the side of your gun for all you rats out there. Then when it comes to the charm that comes in Feyd's bundle, it doesn't work. It's this right here. It's the glowing globe. But when you put it on, it just insta de-equips it. You can't put the charm on. So that's what it looks like. It's kind of all right, but it doesn't work whatsoever. So if for some reason you're buying this bundle just for the charm, wait till they fix it. Now let's quickly test what happens when we take all the attachments off these weapons and if we're able to use these tracers on other weapons. So here's the pistol. Yeah, the pistol looks no different than the default version of the pistol. Then the Holger kind of messes up with the barrel. And the worst part is not only do you lose the custom sound when you shoot, you lose the tracers on these weapons. These weapons no longer have the tracer. That's because the tracers are tied to the ammo on these weapons. So for the pistol, you have to be using the 45 auto high grain rounds. Then for the assault rifle, you have to be using 5.56 NATO low grain rounds, but this does mean you are able to use these tracers in other weapons. So any weapon that uses the 5.56 NATO low grain rounds, if you go here, select the skin, you can use these tracers on that weapon. Same thing for the striker here. If we put the 4.5 auto high grain rounds, equip these on. Now, if we load these in, I wonder if they get the custom sound too. Oh yeah, so not only do they get the tracers that were on the weapon, they also get the space shooting sound on it as well. Yep, and then if we take an enemy out, it's going to have the same death effects. So all the parts of the tracers on these weapons work completely fine. And this is going to be for every single weapon you're able to use these two ammo types on. So when you buy this bundle, you essentially get tracers for every single weapon that uses 45 auto high grain rounds, and you get tracers for every weapon that uses 5.56 NATO low grain rounds. Now for Feyd's weapon, let's go ahead and take all the attachments off that. Take all the attachments off the swarm. So these weapons actually didn't change too much, but there wasn't really much to change about these weapons. The LMG is not going to lose its tracer. However, the swarm is going to lose its tracers because its tracers are tied to the 9mm frangible rounds. But this also means if we go to another weapon that has this ammo type, once again, we are able to put these tracers on it. So here's the Rival 9. And as you can hear, sounds like a space weapon, and it has the custom hit marker and death effects. Now, funny enough, these operators do have some voice lines, but I can only hear them when I first equip the character. So here's the voice lines for Paul.
This world is beyond cruelty. May thy knife chip and shatter. It's breathtaking. Let me fight beside you. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good so far. Nothing fancy.
Okay, so he's only got like 4 or 5 voice lines now for Feyd's.
You tried to kill me? I need a blade. We've met, haven't we? Only pleasure remains. May thy knife chip and shatter.
So yeah, both these operators have very limited voice lines. However, the ones that we just heard in the menu, I really feel like all of these should be added to the finishing move pool for them to say when you perform a finisher, because it's way better than them saying nothing or them just saying the same thing over and over again. Here's the Paul skin in third person. Now let's test out the tracers in zombies. And yep, tracers seem to work in zombies. What about if we take out a zombie? What about the hit marker effect? Oh yeah, so the hit marker effect works in zombies and the death effect does. However, let's try it in first person to get a better view of it. It's a lot brighter here. You can notice these tracers a lot more in zombies just because of how dark the map is. Yeah, the muzzle flash has a bunch of dots to the left and the right. I couldn't even notice that on the MP map because of how bright it is, but here in zombies, we can see it just fine. Same thing with the dust effect, a lot brighter. Here's the Feyd operator in third person. In my opinion, this is the cooler of the two looking operators. Here's his weapons with tracers. However, there's not like there's anything to see here because we just showed off the other bundles tracers and they share the same exact tracers. Overall, both of these bundles, as someone who's never watched Dune before, are really disappointing. A lot of times when there's crossover bundles, even if you've never watched the show or interacted with that series at all, usually there's something there for you, but these are very bland collaboration bundles. The operators themselves are just kind of meh. They don't have voice lines when you perform actions. Only one of them has voice lines when you do tracers, and it's one voice line repeated over and over. They've only each got like 5 voice lines in total. The tracers are very basic, and both bundles share the same tracers. The blueprints look pretty mid. The finishing moves are kind of cool, but I mean, it's stuff we've already seen before in this game. Even if you are a Dune fan, I feel like this is a pretty lackluster bundle. And out of all the bundles that they've released for this game so far, these are some of the most mid. There's really not much here that I could ever see myself using after this bundle review. But hey, if you're a huge Dune fan and you want to play as these operators, you now have the option to. If you want to see any more bundle reviews like this in the future where we test out everything, make sure to unlock that subscribe button. Let me know how you feel about these bundles. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.
Lego unlocked. He's Lego unlocked. It's going to unlock all these Camos.